A cherry red roadster screams through a Monaco tunnel at dawn, its chrome bumpers reflecting 1,000 city lights. Polished curves and leather seats have defined decades of automotive fantasy. Leave before number 1 and you'll miss the car that changed everything. Let's count down from number 10. The Dodge Viper coils on a desert highway, its V10 engine rumbling like a caged beast ready to strike. 8.4 liters of American muscle pump out 650 horsepower through rear wheels that beg for mercy. Fangs painted on the hood warn everyone what's coming next. The Lamborghini Countach sits wedged and angular in a Miami sunset, its scissor doors reaching toward heaven like mechanical wings. Poster child proportions and a 5-liter V12 made every teenager in the 80s tape this beast above their bed. Sharp edges slice through air at 180, but our next entry prefers curves to chaos. The Mazda RX-7 carves through Japanese mountain roads, its rotary engine singing a high-pitched mechanical aria. Twin turbos spool up to deliver over 300 horsepower from an engine the size of a briefcase. Pop-up headlights wink at oncoming traffic before vanishing into the next hairpin. The Aston Martin DB5 gleams in silver under London rain, every rivet and grille bar dripping with British elegance. James Bond made this car immortal across 6 films and 100 million ticket stubs. Machine guns hide behind the headlights, but the next entry needs no gadgets to kill. The McLaren F1 dominates a private runway, its center driving position putting the pilot exactly where a fighter jet would. Carbon fiber monocoque and a BMW V12 pushed this machine to 240 mph in 1998. Gold-lined engine bays reflect heat worth $10 million today. The Shelby Cobra crouches low and wide on a California coastal road, bulging fenders barely containing rubber and rage. Carroll Shelby stuffed a Ford V8 into a British chassis and created 427 cubic inches of tire shredding insanity. Dual racing stripes point forward like loaded barrels. The Jaguar E-Type stretches long and sensual across an English manor driveway, its bonnet extending for miles of aerodynamic perfection. Enzo Ferrari himself called this the most beautiful car ever made when it debuted in 1961. Chrome wire wheels and oval grills whisper class, but number 4 screams revolution. The Nissan GT-R 34 Skyline prowls a Tokyo expressway at midnight, twin turbos glowing red-hot beneath a functional hood scoop. All-wheel drive computers and a RB26 engine made this Japanese legend untouchable in street racing and video games alike. Tail lights glow circular and red, a warning our next entry comes from Germany. The Porsche 911 sits timeless in a Stuttgart museum, its rear engine silhouette unchanged across 60 years of evolution. Flat 6 engines mounted behind the driver create physics that only experts can master and collectors can afford. Air-cooled heritage meets water-cooled modernity, but the top 2 redefined everything. The Ferrari F40 idles in a Maranello courtyard, carbon fiber and Kevlar panels barely containing 478 horsepower of turbocharged fury. Enzo Ferrari's final masterpiece before his death cost $400,000 and seated 2 in a stripped racing cockpit. Exposed gear linkages and raw mechanical violence make this the purest supercar ever built. And finally, number 1. The Chevrolet Corvette C1 emerges from a 1953 showroom, white body and red interior inventing the American sports car dream. Fiberglass curves and a blue flame 6-cylinder turned post-war optimism into accessible speed for the masses. 70 years later every Corvette still carries those original curves, making this the most iconic sports car of all time. Crowds gather at car shows worldwide, debating which machine deserves the crown, so drop your favorite in the comments below. Smash that like button and subscribe for a brand new top 10 every single day.